never was a possibility. I don't know where that kind of stuff comes from. It's like, I tell people all the time, Tank's his own boss. Really don't have an opinion on that. Coach, if that's what Coach Calvin said, I respect his opinion. He's one of the top trainers in the sport. So that, I don't have an opinion.
But as I always say, contracts don't define relationships.
Leonard Ellerbe has strongly reacted to Gervonta Davis firing Calvin Ford, making it clear that he never expected something like this to happen. He sounded shocked and frustrated, pointing to how important Ford has been in Davis's success. The situation still feels tense, especially because Ellerbe has always praised Calvin Ford's work in boxing. He has repeatedly said Ford deserves Trainer of the Year recognition and has questioned why he has not received more credit. To Ellerbe, the lack of respect for Ford is confusing, especially considering everything he has done.
And I've been singing his praises. I've said when Tank wins this fight, he's going to be, in my opinion, he's going to be the front runner for Fighter of the Year. And there goes the trainer too.
Yeah.
He doesn't get a lot of credit for obvious reasons because, and it's just weird. That kind of thing is kind of weird to me because, not switching gears, but Roger never got Trainer of the Year when Floyd was Fighter of the Year.
Yeah.
His dad never got Trainer of the Year. So, I've been openly expressing that. And I think it's time that Calvin gets his just due.
Beyond business, Ellerbe and Ford have built a strong personal connection. Their bond goes deeper than normal professional dealings, shaped by mutual respect and a shared goal of developing real boxing talent. That relationship has played an important role in helping guide fighters like Davis toward the top of the sport.
He took his gym bag.
I remember that.
He took his gym bag, like I said.
This best of the whole time.
The whole time.
That was a classic, yeah.
We got so
Yeah, that's a classic. I mean, but that's how this fight remind me of, but I didn't know all the backstory.
Oh, yeah.
There's
There's a lot of history with them clowns. A lot of history.
Leonard Ellerbe had been with Mayweather Promotions from the beginning and played a major role in helping promote fighters like Davis. But after internal disagreements, especially over the direction of Davis's career, Ellerbe eventually decided to leave the company. That move became a major change in the boxing promotion scene.
Biggest news over the weekend to me was Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather parting ways. I just was in girls' collection a week and a half ago, and them niggas was in the club together. So to see Leonard Ellerbe, who started off, as far as I know, I'm not even talking about Grand Rapids, Michigan, or anything else when they growing up. He started off in the corner with Floyd. Not his main trainer or anything like that, but the nigga who get the water, the towel, and he started off a corner man to become the guy who actually started helping him run.
Calvin Ford has always believed that mentors can guide a fighter, but true success depends on the fighter's own talent and path. He has made it clear that no one person can take full credit for what Davis has achieved. In Ford's view, Tank's ability was already clear long before anyone else helped shape his career.
Was it for Tank to learn?
That was the blessing. That wasn't my work. That wasn't Tank work. That wasn't Floyd work. It was the stars, the moons, or whatever. I'm bringing them together to create greatness, so we can have this greatness carry us to the next generation.
You showed humbleness on stage at the press conference today, giving it immense props to the guys at the other side of the table, to Tank, to Goosen, to...
I grew up off the legends of what they did when we was watching boxing, when they said boxing was great.
Leonard Ellerbe has often praised Gervonta Davis for his rare talent, punching power, and strong presence inside the ring. He also gives Calvin Ford major credit for helping Davis develop through years of hard training and guidance, recognizing the role Ford played in shaping Tank into such a dangerous fighter.
Very, very confident Tank beats all those guys. All those guys. You name, any of them you name, Tank can beat them.
Where would a fight with like a Devin Haney or a Teofimo Lopez sort of sit on the grand scheme of his schedule?
I don't think that you can put a timeline on that kind of stuff because the big fights happen when they really make sense for both sides. And, I know the fans get a little impatient at times, and that's understandable because they don't really understand how the business goes. Tank's coming off of a fight where, he's made tens of millions of dollars, and Tank alone has been generating, 8-figure revenue every single fight. Tank makes you an offer, it's probably not going to be what you expect because you get paid on what you kind of weigh. Tank is here, and the other guys are there, and I'm solely talking about generation.
After their professional separation, Calvin Ford said he still hopes Davis keeps growing as a fighter. He stressed that Tank needs someone around him who can truly challenge him, push him the right way, and help take his game to another level. That shows Ford still cares about Davis's development even after the split.
I'm hoping that he do what I need him to do. You know what I'm saying? You see how I asked him, are you ready? You know what I'm saying? Because I need somebody that's going to really push Tank so I can see different levels. This time I had a chance to step back, and everybody keeps saying, they changing up stuff. No, we ain't changed up anything. It's the same thing we always do. You know?
Going into the, the training camp, how was it? Or you said you stepped back a little bit. Well, how was it, splitting the time? Or how's it going to be splitting the time to
No, this is
Saturday
something
night?
that we do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, y'all know all I gotta do is speak. Then take out history. Since I was a kid. When I stepped in the gym, B said, yo, I'm glad you here now. He watched him. He said, boom. And I see the light with Tank. I just can't wait to see all of that come together. Fight night.
How's going back to, being in the corner, how do you see Gervonta right now, just being in camp? Because at first, when we talked to him in the press conference, he was very open about retiring and he was done. And now he said that...
Y'all have to understand. He a young man. He have a family. He want to do something. Enjoy something. Don't take some time. I took a little bit of time out. You know what I'm saying? It refreshes you. Get you back on that. So tonight, he had a chance for me not being around him a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I stepped in and I seen how he missed me and how I missed him. You know what I'm saying? I just wait this camp.
Calvin Ford has often looked back on Davis's early days, remembering how talented he was even as a young fighter and how he regularly stood out against others his age. Davis also used to describe Ford as a father figure, which showed that their connection went far beyond boxing.
When a kid was playing, he'd smack the shit out of the kid and then tell him to go get their parent. Then tell him why he was playing. and I used to sit there and trip off. He said, y'all shouldn't be playing with older guys. You know what I'm saying? When you playing with older guys, they supposed to check y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I said, damn, I told him good. You don't play with your elders or talk, out of line with them and whatnot. And I think Tank liked that. Tank liked that because, them two used to be together, man. I used to watch them and whatnot. And I had another kid in here. He used to say, man, your father the best, man. I wish they was my dad. And that's when Tank used to always say, that's my dad coach right there. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a family-orientated situation, man, that you couldn't get around it, man.
How does it feel having young men at the time, but now grown men calling you dad and you're not their biological father?
Yo, it's scary.
Does that put a different pressure on you?
Well, I'm gonna tell you when it really hit me. One day I was in camp with Tank, and he had this little daughter, and he said, "Like a pop right there." You know what I'm saying? And it made me broke down inside, and I was like, "Damn!" And when I look at him now, I still hear little Tank, but I know he a grown man now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it just shows you the work and the years that you put in, grooming an individual to become what he's going to be.
The bond between Davis and Ford was never just professional. Davis has said that Ford understood him so well in the ring that he could almost predict what he was about to do, especially when he was close to taking over a fight or breaking an opponent down. That kind of awareness showed how deep their connection really was.
Before they stopped it, I said every time I stop somebody, I call it out, didn't I?
Every time he come in the corner and talk to him, I said, yo, what you doing? He'll look this way, he'll look this way. He's about to stop.
And I start touching them more and more. When they gonna give him the credit for one of the smartest boxers.
That was a beautiful boxing display.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Smart.
That's what I call, you wasn't looking for the knockout, but you was placing this shit.
Yeah, he already seen it.
He said, I can't
That's
get
the
hit.
difference. And Tank was holding the conversation. Tank said, yo, Tank can't, every fight Tank come tell me, I'm gonna knock him out. He'll tell me.
Calvin Ford has often praised Davis for his versatility and overall skill. He believes Tank has the ability to succeed and dominate in multiple weight divisions. Ford's confidence comes from both his boxing knowledge and his close understanding of Davis's true potential.
4 guys, spar guys in the gym at 165, but it's different. Tank was hitting guys with 16-ounce gloves on. You know what I'm saying? Can Tank pull it off? Yes. But climbing that ladder, taking that chances, taking that type, that's a fight where you put a fighter in, right? Where some definitely be some damage in, damage and hydrating back up at that weight. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have weight classes for reasons.
Wow. Yeah, man.
You gotta look at his last fight, and then his last fight, he struggled to make 140.
Ford's real value was that he understood Tank beyond technique. He knew how Davis thought under pressure, when to push him harder, and when to settle him down in difficult moments, which could help bring Tank's focus back and keep him locked into the fight.
He just did. He got off the canvas once. It ain't about the dub with me. It's about do you got that will against will. I don't know. I know I can. I ain't even pushed no buttons with Tank yet. I came from a different beast. I understand what we got to go against every time we get in there. That square box of lunch is serious. So when I talk to him, he know what I'm talking about. Let's see. April the 22nd, Ron.
Baltimore came with a lot of risks for Davis as he was growing up, but Ford helped keep him pointed in the right direction. He gave Tank the guidance, discipline, and support he needed to stay committed to boxing instead of getting pulled into the dangers around him.
Tell you, Tank don't look at me as coach, he look at me as dad. Do it look like his son supposed to be taking care of dad? I don't even feel right. Y'all hear this time? Tank don't pay his coach. Tank gives me anything I want.
Right.
But I'm a man at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And I'm a hustler.
Right.
Second and foremost, I came from that cloth. You understand? He watched me lose my house, my wife, my family. He watched me do it. It's bigger than boxing.
Right.
Boxing is just a...
Ford seemed to understand that every fighter eventually reaches a point where change can happen. He admitted that his chapter with Davis might be coming to an end because he had already given him everything he could. If Tank felt he needed a new path to keep improving, he appeared willing to accept that with respect and maturity.
That is crazy. That's why I said this. You can't write this, man. You cannot write this. My experience being gone and all the stuff that I went through preparing me for where I'm at today. Tank is older. He had the lessons, getting his lessons of what he got to do to take us the rest of the way. And this is his take us the rest of the way fight.